Hi, I'm here to pick up my dog's ashes. Sure, I can wait. I just sign right here. What's today's date again? It's November 1st, 2030, right? Wow, do you realize it's been 10 years since 2020? You know, the year of the COVID. I remember that year like it was yesterday. That was the year we humans all realized we had control over nothing. Roxy was 3 years old at the time. I remember living at home with my parents, facing unemployment like so many others. But you know what? I made the best of it. I plunged into that wild change of life head first. I finally went hiking with Roxy. Yeah, that was the year my friend told me about his film festival. He suggested I try to act in one of the films, but I lived with my diabetic dad, so I couldn't. So you know what? One day I did something wild. I wrote a script for a short film, borrowed my friend's camera, and filmed myself in 2 days to try to meet the deadline. I wrote a role for my canine co-star, and we took on that challenge together. Roxy loved every minute of the attention she received, and she was there by my side, rooting me on. Believe me, that film was a pile of garbage, but it's what gave me the idea of starting my own production company. You know what? No matter how many successful films I've made over the years, no film will ever mean as much to me as that first garbage film I made with Roxy. I also remember my dad reminded me about a book he bought for me, Settle for More by Megyn Kelly. Do you remember her? Oh, he told me he did not agree with her politics, but he wanted me to read that book. That year I dug it out of storage and finally found the time to read it. You know, I took the message of that book to heart, and ever since the year of the COVID, I've been writing my own roles for myself, and Roxy was my cheerleader through it all. My dad died 3 years after that, on October 25th, 2023. Well, you know what? That's the same day Roxy passed away. I would never have made it through my dad's death if Roxy wasn't there with me. Now I know they're together. You know, right before I walked in here, I had an urge to call a children's adoption agency. I know it sounds wild. I had considered it in the past, but talked myself out of it. I just didn't think I'd make a good mother. What do you think? It won't be the first time I plunged into a wild change of life head first, right? I want to be a mother. I think Roxy and my dad are telling me to take this next step. Settle for more. For so many years it had just been Roxy and me, just the two of us. But I know I won't be alone. She'll always be here with me. It's time to start another new chapter. You've been very kind. Thank you for listening. She's ready to come home with me now? There she is. There's my Roxy. Thank you for everything.